So I want to share with you one thing to include in your supporting information to make you stand out. Why I want to talk about this is because most people have contacted me, and what they are saying is that they've applied for jobs. I mean, UK nursing jobs for a very long time. They've done so many applications and they are not seeing any positive feedback. But most times, I do associate this with how they write their supporting information, especially if you are doing the application on track jobs. So, what I would want to say about this is that if you've done so many applications and you are not seeing any positive feedback, just don't give up. Keep doing it. Now, the reason is that the competition is getting higher and higher, and you should be able to put in something to stand out. And that is why, for me, I think that most people have done a lot of applications and are not being called for interview. It's all because, let's say, you've had 10,000, not even 10,000, 1,000 people put in their applications, and they've all gone out to look out for the job description. They've all gone out to look out for the hospital's values and incorporated all those tasks in the supporting information. Now the question is, what is left for the employer to use to sideline the number of applicants he or she needs? So they're going to look at the unique characteristics you put in your supporting information that will make you stand out from the rest. And how did I include my supporting information that make me stand out? First and foremost, what I would advise you do is that sit down and then write all the skills you have. So the question is, are you good at graphic designing? Are you good at research? Are you good at sewing? Whatever you are good at, write everything down. Those are your skills that at the end of the day you're going to use that to leverage for the job you are applying for. Once you write down all the skills you possess, the next thing you have to do is to ask yourself, which of these skills is related to the job you are applying for? So if you're a graphic designer, how is it related to the job you are applying for? If you are good at sewing, how is it related to the job you are applying for? If you are good at research, how is it related to the job you are applying for? If you are good at writing, probably you're a social media influencer, how is it linked to the job you are applying for? At this point, I think that after picking out, you should have about 1 or 2 skills that are related to the job you are applying for. I mean, the nursing job you are applying for on track jobs. But if you haven't got any skills after going through all these processes, then I think you have to sit back and then probably invest in yourself to get a skill. Because at the end of the day, remember it's a competition and you are looking out for people who stand out. What skill have you got at this point to stand out as an applicant for a UK nursing job? I'm going to use myself as an example to share with you what you need to do. Now, when I went through those processes, I realized that I had a couple of skills I could probably use to leverage for a UK nursing job. I've shared in most of my videos that I had this national service experience and I was going to compete with people who have got 10 years, 7 years, 20 years experience. How was I going to supersede them or probably climb up the ladder? I wasn't too sure, but all I knew was to put in something that is unique to me, but linked to the job I'm applying for. Right after national service, I decided to learn graphic designing. But one may ask, how is graphic design linked to applying for UK nursing job? Probably I'll explain. And I also felt like I've got knowledge in nursing. I can use that to educate people on social media. I can talk about health promotion styles, health prevention styles. I can educate people on health related topics. So I started something on my Facebook page. And after college, I also felt like I was good at research. Apparently, I had helped a couple of people to do their research works. So I had the skills in research. Not very much, but I think it was enough to leverage for a UK nursing job. So these are the 3 skills I used that I included on my CV and in my supporting information. But the question is, how did I put them? So let me just show you how I did it. So instead of putting on good communication, instead of putting on empathetic, instead of putting on the other skills that I believe that most applicants will put on their CV or in their supporting statement, I had a different thing. So I'm good at educating people on social media about their health. So what I did was I had to put that on there. Okay, so educating people on social media about health promotion. That was a skill that was unique to me, and I believe that there was no one going to put this thing on their CV or in their supporting information. Now, how is this linked to the job I'm applying for? I believe that the goal of every hospital is to promote health, is to give what we call the primary treatment, the secondary treatment, or the tertiary treatment, depending on wherever. So if as a nurse, probably I've taken an aspect of using my social media to educate people about their health. Then when I joined them, I think it's something I'm good at doing. I'm just going to help promote or push that agenda. And that is what made me stand out. Now, my graphic designing skills. How did I use that to leverage for a UK nursing job? Before I talk about that, or before I show you how I did it, let me just say this. If you want to design wedding flyers, posters, you want to design invitation card, business card, whatever, I mean, just patronize my services, okay? I'm giving you the tip on here. Just check in the description box, contact me. I'm willing to give you the best of design. Just patronize me. Yeah. So back to the topic. Now, what I would say is that I felt like I could put just graphic designing on my CV just for the employer to know. But I felt like that wasn't worth it. So what I did was, instead of just putting graphic designing skills as part of my skills or the interest I share, I wrote designing health promotion flyers or posters. And I strongly believe that there was no one going to put this on his or her CV or in a supporting statement. And that is what made me unique. So if you've got any skill, if you are good at graphic designing, then I think this is the best way to go about it. Don't just state graphic designing skills, or don't just state Adobe Photoshop. Just use that, state it in a way that is more clearer. And about my research skills, I remember when I was writing my supporting statement, I incorporated in there that I'm undertaking a research on the topic how nurses can use social media to promote health. And I remember this question in my interview. I mean, they threw a question at me with regards to that. So what this means is that that thing in there caught their attention. They also asked me about my social media presence, probably because I had that on my CV. So these are the three skills I use to leverage for a UK nursing job. And for me, the fact that they asked questions about those skills I stated in my supporting statement and then on my CV meant that they were very dear to them and they needed to probe further. So it's not just about writing a supporting statement, it's about what you put in there, the ingredients that make you stand out. Because for all you know, the skills you are putting on there, the values of the hospital may be written by almost all applicants. But the question I want to ask you is, what makes you unique? What makes you stand out? What makes you so much of a hot cake or an expensive applicant that the employer can't let you go? That's my question for you. I believe that this video will give you much more insight about how to structure your supporting information, so at the end of the day, you are able to be shortlisted for an interview. If this video has been very helpful to you, I believe that it will help others as well. Help me to share, help me to like, then help me to subscribe to my channel to bring you more of such content. Hope to see you in my next video.